So I made a video yesterday, matchmaking in the lightweight division. Today we're doing the same thing with the welterweight division. I have a couple fights here that I do believe you can put on any fight night, any pay per view, and it would sell. It would draw attention, and that's one of the issues we have right now in the UFC is we don't have many big fights coming up. And you look at some of the people coming up on the screen. JDM fighting for the belt. Shabkat Rakhmonov undefeated. Nearly every fight by finish. Sean Brady coming off with a dominant performance against Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards, Usman, Barkley, everybody. So, starting with Bilal versus JDM, looking at this fight, Bilal Muhammad as wins over Leon Edwards, dominated him to win the belt, beat Gilbert Burns, knocked out Sean Brady, beat Vicente Luque and Wonderboy. We know everything about Bilal Muhammad. His style isn't the funnest to watch, but he is a very dominant fighter and potentially could go on a run here in the welterweight division. You have JDM, who beat Gilbert Burns, Kevin Holland, Randy Brown, Barjo Hafez, and Ramazan Ameev undefeated in the welterweight division since coming into the UFC, and has some of the best boxing in the sport. I think that Bilal Muhammad wins this draw. I think that he'll probably get it done by decision, and that would mean we would have to match make for Bilal Muhammad's second title defense. So, with and my slide doesn't work. With the win over JDM, there's really only a few names for him. Sean Brady, who he has beat, who just beat Leon Edwards. Shavkat Rakhmonov, who beat Ian Gary last year in December. Kamaru Usman, who is on a three-fight losing streak, does make sense. Walking Buckway on a really good streak right now, but I really feel like he needs one more fight, which we'll get to. And then Ian Gary, Shavkat beat Ian Gary. So this is really the only fight you can make. It's between Sean Brady and Shavkat. Shavkat deserves his title shot. I really don't know how JDM got the shot ahead of him. Apparently, I heard reports that he was sick, but then I also heard that he came out and said he wasn't sick. I'm not sure, but this is a fight that needs to happen. Undefeated Shavkat, champion Bilal, and if Bilal can beat Shavkat, man, that would be one hell of a run already. Beating Leon, beating JDM, beating Shavkat. But we still have dangerous opponent after dangerous opponent. Moving to Sean Brady, coming off of the win over Leon Edwards. Gastelum he beat. He asked Dick Matthews. And then I threw on the loss to Bilal Muhammad because that is notable now that Bilal Muhammad is the champion. Looking at potential fights for him, yeah, Bilal Muhammad, yeah, Shavkat Rakhmonov. I think he loses to Shavkat. Kamaru Usman wants to fight Walking Buckway as an option, JDM. I think it'll be JDM. Um, Both of them are fighting around the same time. If JDM doesn't get it done like I predict, I think that he'll be facing Sean Brady next. And even if Bilal Muhammad doesn't beat JDM, I could see Sean Brady getting the shot ahead of Bilal. Um, But well, I could see him getting the shot ahead of Bilal, not Shavkat though. But I think this is a really fun matchup in the welterweight division. This will be a major main event on a fight night or a major co-main event. But I really want to see this fight. Hopefully, we get to see it this year. Moving on to Leon Edwards. Coming off of the losses to Sean Brady, Bilal Muhammad, beating Kamaru Usman twice after losing their first match years ago. He beat Colby Covington to defend the belt. Colby looked horrible in that fight. And then I threw the Nate Diaz win in there because he nearly got knocked out by Nate Diaz. He would go on to win the belt though and beat Usman again. but it is notable there. Looking at potential for opponents for him, Shavkat is a nightmare matchup for him. If Sean Brady did that to Leon, you could only imagine what Shavkat would do. That walking Buckley, I can see them making this fight. Ian Gary, Gilbert Burns. I think he beats Gilbert Burns. I think Ian Gary would beat him. I'm going Ian Gary though. Um, I forgot one of the R's in his name. Oh well, but you know, I think this is the best matchup. Ian Gary looking to rebound after his first loss against Rockmanov, a fight he did really good in. And yeah, I think this is a really good fight. You can have it done at the end of the year. Uh, maybe, uh, maybe in Gary fights before then. I don't know if they can convince Leon Edwards to return quickly after that loss, but this is the fight I really want to see. Kamal Usman, you look at him, number 4 in the division now. Lost to Hamza Chimaev at middleweight in his last fight. Was on short notice, went to a decision. Was a really good performance in a close fight against Hamza Chimaev. But Hamza ever since then, after he returned against Robert Whitaker, you have to have doubts here. Leon Edwards, he lost to twice, beat him once. Um, Obviously, because of that, losing the belt was on record to on track, potentially be the greatest welterweight of all time, with wins over Colby Covington twice, Jorge Masvidal twice, which is the criticism, you know, the way those defenses panned out, they were pretty weak. Both of them were kind of given the belt or given the match off of hype. And then obviously we have dominating Tyrone Woodley to win the belt. But things go fights him at Walking Buckway. Walking Buckway called him out in Tampa. I feel like this is the biggest fight you can make with him. He called out Sean Brady recently. I don't see him walking into a number one contender fight on 3 losses. And then you have Ian Gary, who I think he can beat Ian Gary. Um, be a really close fight, but I feel like he could beat Ian Gary. I went with Walking Buckley though. I feel like this is the best matchup for Usman. Walking Buckley's scary, man. Ever since moving down to this division, he has been a nightmare. He has unreal KO power and his build in this division. He's so stocky, which makes it really difficult for grapplers to wrestle with him. I know that Colby Covington had some success, which is why Kamaru Usman can potentially have success. But I do feel like Buckley would knock out Usman probably in the later rounds. I would want this to be a 5 round fight. It has to be a 5 round fight. A former champion. But yeah, I think this is the fight to make for both of these guys. Moving on to Gilbert Burns, and this fight doesn't work at all. Gilbert Burns, you look at him coming off of losses to Sean Brady, JDM, Bilal Muhammad, beat Jorge Masvidal in Jorge's retirement fight. Well, what was his retirement fight? He apparently wants to come back. Tyron Woodley, he beat on Tyron Woodley's downfall, and Josh Thompson. He's fighting Michael Moraes. I think Michael Moraes wins this, and as you can see, none of my animations worked on this fight. But I think Michael Moraes beats him and Gilbert retires. He's getting old. He had a shot at the belt. He's not doing again good against the uh new contenders in the division. I think he goes off after this fight, retires. Maybe he gets into the Hall of Fame eventually, but we'll see. Colby Covington. Coming off of a loss to Buckley, lost to Leon Edwards in a fight where he really did nothing. Jorge Masvidal he beat in a fight where basically went exactly how we expected. Kamaru Usman twice, really, really close fights. The second one was more was a decision, and that fight I felt was more clear for Usman. Obviously, the first fight, Usman broke his jaw, and then you have to talk about the Robbie Lawler fight, probably the best fight in Colby Covington's career. The pace that he put on Robbie Lawler was brutal, man. But you look at potential fights of Ian Gary. That's a fight that already has controversy behind the Colby Covington as an attacking Ian Gary for a while now, calling him a cuck and all these fun words and which I'm not gonna comment on, but he absolutely is. I'm just saying, why do you hire your wife's ex-husband's nutritionist as a nutritionist to live with you? Like, I'm not saying anything happens in that relationship, but also those TikToks sometimes. Back to Colby Covington, though, I think it's clear. He's going to Triple H. He's going to WWE. He'll do really good over in WWE. I think he'll have a really fun character. Maybe Usman goes over there too after the Buckley fight, and they can have a rivalry or whatever. But I don't see Colby Covington taking another fight. I gotta be really honest. Um, last two fights clearly is out of his prime, and I don't think he has what it takes to keep up with JDM and the other guys coming in. So moving on to Jeff Neal. Supposed to fight Carlos Cortez at UFC 314, ended up pulling out. But you got wins over RDA, lost to Ian Gaines, Cup, and then Vicente Luque and Neil Magny. The fights I have for him, Carlos Cortez, where is supposed to fight Brian Battle, Jamil Musayev. I'm keeping it simple. Should be Carlos Cortez. This is a major fight. I was really looking forward to this fight. This is probably my favorite fight. One of my favorite fights that I've been announced all year, and I think they should rebook it. Carlos Cortez, I do feel, will be a nightmare in this division for years to come. Insane KO power. Same thing with Brian Battle too. Brian Battle, kind of the same build, a character. The crowd doesn't like him, and that's good when you're the UFC because emotion draws money, but keep it simple. Rebook this fight. It's a banger. You can throw it on any main event, any pay per view, and it'll sell. Vicente Luque. Now, it's a little interesting. He beat Thunberger Rambo in his last fight. I think by submission. Um, Thunberger Rambo, I feel he needs time. I feel he needs time. I know he's a feel good story. The rock bottom of the house and all that stuff. But, I'm just not sold. Walking Buckway that lost to him was brutal. Then again, Walking Buckway, as you can see, I do believe is in contention to become a champion in this division. You got the win over RDA, who's a veteran. Lost to Jeff Neal, while Muhammad the champion. And the win against Tyrone Woodley during his downfall. Fights out for him. Carlos Cortez, Brian Battle, Fakradinov. I feel it's only a Brian Battle. Maybe he comes in against Carlos Cortez. We'll see what they do with that fight at UFC 314. But this is a fight I think should be made. Brian Battle. Not a lot of people were impressed with his last performance. Put him against a veteran. And Vicente Luque, honestly, he can sneak a win here. I feel it's a big fight. I think potentially it could be the last fight of Vicente Luque's career. And yeah, I really like this fight. I think that this will be a war on any card it is on. Now, I added Carlos Leo on here because I feel like he's the only guy right now that we can clearly tell will be a mainstay in this division for quite some time. Wins over Alex Morono, lost to Fakhretdinov. Well, I was gonna put on here, but Fakhretdinov, um, he will probably need his own video. I think he's really talented. It just some of his performances in question. He beat Manuel Mena, beat Marcio Brena. Potential fights I have for him: David Njokwani, Jake Matthews coming out for a really good one, David Njokwani too coming out for a knockout, and Shamel Musayev, who I think beats him. I think they do David Njokwani though. I really like this fight. David Njokwani, big power puncher. I feel like this fight would be really fun to have. I would lean towards Carlos Leo, but yeah. Those are just some of the fights I have though in mind for the welterweight division. My only my point in doing these matchups, right, is because one the the events we have now, they aren't doing well. Like I just made my predictions for Warren Murphy versus Josh Emmett. The viewership in cards lately is severely down, and I'm seeing it on my YouTube channel. But let me know, are these some fights that would make you interested? What fights would you make in the welterweight division? And well, like I said at the beginning of the video, man, this is the division that GSP held, that Matt Hughes held, the Kamaru Usman held, the history behind it. Same way with the lightweight division. We need to get this division going. We need to see Bilal defending his title, and we have an absolute war as to who will truly prevail in this division. Because, like I said, the top seven, I feel like you can make a case for every single one of them being champion right now. But let me know once again, what do you think? What matches would you make in the welterweight division? I'm interested to hear what you have to say. And yeah, thanks for watching. Later.